everybody, hello from Londonist. We're in front of Somerset House right now, right next to King's College. So as you all know, King's College is one of the most prestigious and one of the most beautiful universities in London, and it has a lot of buildings around London City. We're right now in one of my favorite ones, which is Somerset House, and I'm really curious to talk to the students and know if they like living in London, how is their school treating them, what department they're from, and how they cope with their accommodations. So let's go and find out. Hello, we have a beautiful lady here. What's your name and where are you from?
Hamiyet, and I'm from Turkey.
Wow, amazing. I'm from Turkey as well, as you all know. So we've got some questions for you. First of all, which grade are you at right now? How old are you?
Last year, I studied business management at King's College London. Yeah.
Amazing, girl. When did you decide to come here and why this school? Why King's College?
Here in 2018, I did a foundation year as well. I chose London because, I don't know, I just fell in love with here, like, in I think 2014. And I was gonna go to the States, honestly, but then, yes, but then I don't know what's happened, and I choose here. Yeah.
Are you happy that you did?
Yeah.
Do you have like social facilities? How about the people in your school?
We do. I mean, being in a city, it's definitely harder than campus universities where it's more tight-knit, so you get to meet people more easily. But there are student unions and, you know, the vault and all these different ways to meet people. But I would say it's harder living in a big city. But yeah, you can meet. And especially with COVID, it's been hard meeting new people. But yeah.
How about you?
I mean, I think I had a very bad experience with accommodation first year. Like, I went to this accommodation which wasn't very social. I guess the room wasn't great, and then she wasn't a good one actually. But
Was it a dorm?
yeah, it was a dorm, which I didn't really like a lot. I think, as she said, like I think in a campus it's easier, but like as in a city.
So, as I understand, you're coming from your countries to England for your university, so you didn't have a place to live before?
The UK actually. My parents lived here, but I kind of wanted to get a more studenty experience through the halls, but which didn't really work out for me.
Okay. So how did you fix that?
I just went back home.
Oh, great. So I want to ask you about social facilities in your school. Like, how is the friendship people, the social facilities?
Honestly, they're quite great. Like, you wouldn't expect this from such a universal, such an international school, that you'd think that people would like more separate. But there are so many opportunities to meet people. There's, like, for example, Guy's Bar. There's the Vault. There's so many opportunities to, and societies as well make it really easy to meet different people from different courses, different countries, and it's just really eye-opening to meet so many different people.
So which year are you at right now?
Second.
Yeah, me as well, yeah.
So my last two questions for you. First of all, what do you think about living in London? And how has your accommodation finding journey been?
So I'm in halls, like in Southwark. So honestly, it's great. Once again, it's amazing.
Having your own flat, or are you staying at like a dorm?
No, it's a dorm. So I share the kitchen, but it's an ensuite. So it's amazing to meet new people. The location's amazing. It's 15 minutes from Waterloo, 30 minutes from here. So I just walk everywhere. And living in London, so I'm not from here, obviously, but I love it a lot. I love like big cities. There's so much to do. It's really hard to like manage your time with so many people, but it's amazing. Yeah.
So I live at home because I was born in London. So I'm not in like accommodation or anything. But yeah, so if anyone like from London is thinking about applying to King's, I would still suggest it. Like, you don't have to move out. You can still really get involved in the social aspect.
So what do you think about people, the students, and the social facilities, the societies in your school?
I think they're great, but, you know, with COVID, it's been hard to meet people and, you know, find things to do. But it's getting better now with, you know, I'm in my second year now and I'm just starting to make friends.
All right, okay.
Which is good. But everyone's lovely.
All right. Yeah, Actually, I spoke to a lot of people. Like, they're very welcoming, and I think it's like a very inclusive environment to be around, isn't it?
Definitely.
First of all, what do you think about living in London? And the second of all, when you started being a student, how was your journey for finding an accommodation? Was it hard for you to find a place to live? Like, did you live in dorms?
Well, first, when I moved to London, it was a bit overwhelming because I came here with my boyfriend, so he's also a student. We really didn't know where we're going to live because our flat just got cancelled. Landlord said that he gave it to another person. So we were completely homeless in a way. We rented Airbnb, and then luckily we have a friend in London who gave us his apartment for quite a fair price. Fair price, yes. And now we're still living in that apartment, and we've been quite lucky with that. Quite lucky.
You know, you would say that it's very hard to find accommodation.
I have a lot of friends in London, and finding accommodation in London, it's a nightmare.
I know.
Landlords and what kind of places are renting, it's horrible. So I'm very grateful for my flat. Super grateful.
I'm happy that you got the job today. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much. So nice to meet you. Bye bye, Dora. So what do you think about the social facilities, the people? Is it inclusive enough?
Yeah, I think it's inclusive. I've not really been to like a lot of societies, but the ones which I've been to, yeah, they were good. Yeah.
So, another question for you. First of all, would you recommend your school to the other people? Like,
to come and learn. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So, how long has it been for you that you've been living in London?
In London, I came in September.
Oh, you just came to London?
Yeah, but I've been in the UK before, so I know my way around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but your first time in London?
Technically, yeah. Living in London, yeah, for the first time.
So was it hard for you to find the accommodation?
Kind of, yeah. So I was trying to get a King's accommodation, but I couldn't because I was late, and then I booked a private accommodation.
I actually always wanted to learn about and speak to students of King's College, since my best friend is going to King's College and she's loving it. And I knew it was a very inclusive environment to be in. And as I spoke to the students, I understood that it's very inclusive. Although it's a very international school, it feels very local. I feel like there are so many societies and facilities that you can attend to in King's College. And because the location of all the buildings are super central, it's going to give you the chance to travel. It's going to give you the chance to be in the middle of the city. As far as I remember, a lot of the students have had an experience of a dorm. And yes, it sounds easier for a lot of students to live in a dorm, to find an accommodation like that, since you get to meet a lot of students. Everything is more inclusive. There is a lot of stuff that you can reach out just with a touch of your hand. So if you're looking for an accommodation, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next video of Londonist. Take care.